So here are the different iterations I've gone through. This is the initial design that I found online. It was bulky and it also looked a bit strange in my opinion, so I sort of slimmed it down and also removed all parts of the ribs because it made printing it a bit more difficult, and realistically it doesn't need all that reinforcement. After that, I've actually changed up the mounting position so that it gives a bit more room for the tracks. And then finally I ended with this, which is, I think, the most elegant solution so far. It's also a bit wider and covers the width of the track. And, you know, all in all, it also has a bit more clearance on this mount here. You can see that there's a bit more, there's a curve there instead of the straight edge. But yeah, this is the final design I ended up with. So here are the two halves of each snow flap or mud flap, if you want to call it, printed. I'm just going to go rip it off the brim and clean it up, and you can go ahead and install it. I actually have some installed already. These are just all the versions. I've since upgraded them. The only difference really is I've added this extra rib to the very side here. That just gives the material a lot better stiffness overall. And also I'm printing using a new material. This is eSun PLA Plus, as opposed to this is just a generic black PLA. This is also supposed to be black, but you can see the color's a little off. But what this material offers is a little bit better toughness and temperature resistance. But otherwise, it's still the same stuff. It's just PLA, but a bit more flexibility. Again, the main difference between the old one here and the new one is just that reinforcing rib. And again, the running video that I'll show later is of the old version rather than the new version, because by the time I designed and printed the newest one, the snow already melted, so I haven't been able to test this yet. Anyways, let's go ahead and install the new one. Here's all the necessary hardware to put on the snow flaps. You've got M3 nylock nuts, M3 washers, 3 M3x12 bolts, and 1 M3x16. And the longer bolt is just so that it'll clear the included cable management bracket that comes with the Blizzard. First of all, the longer bolt actually goes on the left side of the vehicle, and usually I like to get it started like this first and protrude a little bit. And there's actually no drilling required on the chassis itself. These are the existing holes that are already in the chassis, and all you do is thread them through, and they should fit just right. And then put on your washer and then your nylock nut. But in this case, obviously, we're also going to include that cable management bracket that comes with the Blizzard itself. So here it is all installed. Again, that longer screw to clear that included cable management bracket. In terms of fitment, there's a bunch of room, more than enough room to clear the tracks, and also the mount there is actually scalloped, so the inside of the track won't rub on onto the snow flaps themselves. So here it is all installed. It's looking pretty sharp. And here is the body on top. Get this. And again, realistically, you won't need to trim your body. You can see that the body sits on top of the snow flaps, but you still have enough room to put on your body clips. I just trimmed mine because I was testing out other stuff. Other than that, I think it makes the vehicle look pretty smart. And it also, again, these are full width, so it basically meets the edge of the tracks right there. And from my testing so far, you know, I haven't had any interference with them. It doesn't affect the performance in any way, other than just stopping snow from spraying onto the bed of the vehicle. And that's it. So yeah, let's look at some drying film footage with these on and see how well they work. And just to show what it's like conditions outside right now, it is snowing really hard, and we have some very fresh and fluffy snow, so this will really put the vehicle to the test. Fluffy snow is very difficult to get through, so yeah. I just realised, you know, perhaps it's not the best day to test it, because the amount of snow falling on the truck is probably going to be more than the truck kicks up, but here we are. Definitely working quite well. You can kind of see the snow shooting off into the sides, into the inside and outside rather than up, so you know, so far so good, especially in turns.
it kicks up quite a bit of snow, and I think those snow flaps, some is getting onto it, but it's a lot less than without anything. And for those interested, this is full throttle through thick snow on a 3S with the 2200 kV brushless motors that I have in here. Not terribly fast, but plenty fast to get through most of the things. Honestly, any faster, you're gonna have problems with that stock drivetrain, which is just not a very good design. So yeah, you can see this snow is super deep. The tracks have pretty much submerged, and the front of the vehicle is just eating. Oh, just eating snow. We're stuck. Needs a bit of momentum.